What is up, everybody, and welcome once again to the Unrelated Sports Podcast. I'm Andy McConnell. With me is the guy whose team actually did win this weekend, Mr. Cody
Woo!
Allstack. Cody, how are we feeling today?
Well, it was a scary win, so um, I'm feeling good now. But there was about a 3 hour period that I was holding my breath on Sunday.
Hey, I was holding my breath too for
Which,
like 12 hours on from Friday to like Saturday afternoon.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it
you
was
got a little bit of a
more like
deep breath
16. But
out,
yeah, yeah, but we'll get to that later,
sigh
I
of
guess.
relief.
Oh, it was it
Um,
was it was a yell inside my head. Where basically that.
I so every year I join this golf tournament that I know I shouldn't because they always have it on the opening weekend of the NFL season.
Mhm.
Like there have been years that I have been like, I think Flores' first year as their head coach. I was like, they're punting this year. They're tanking for Tua type of season. I knew it was gonna be bad. We'd cut any talent we had on the team, and we played the Ravens week 1. So like that week,
Oh, it was
I was
that
fine.
game. Yep.
I didn't even look at my phone. But like every year, even some of the people golfing with us commented on like every year this tournament men are paying attention, and then noon comes around and it's
Gone.
the radio's gone. It's all just football. I will say, like, I was the only of the group of 8 of us that were there. Um, the Chiefs had played on Thursday,
Hmm.
so they didn't, and the other people were Packer fans, so like they didn't really care. I was basically the only one really zoned out, but I definitely paid more attention to my phone for about 3 hours than I did the golf course.
Well, because I remember when I texted you, as soon as I sent the text, I can't remember what I texted you, but when I texted you, it's like, oh, I forgot. He's probably golfing right now. Hopefully, this isn't interrupting anything too major for him. So when the heck did I
Nope,
text you?
just had my phone with me all the time.
Let's see. What did I text you? This was. Oh, I texted you about Dak getting paid. Now I remember.
Yeah,
That was the. That was the.
insane.
Yeah, that was the initial. And then the
We'll
next thing
get
I
to that
texted you is,
though.
yeah, is when somehow Miami won. But so how was golf?
It was fun, good time. Had a nice. It was a 8-inch cup tournament, so that's I believe the normal cup is 4 inches, so it's twice the size. It's a lot bigger.
Okay.
It's deceiving because you always think you should shoot really low because it's easy to putt, but they put the pins in like the toughest positions they possibly can for that tournament, which makes sense too. You don't want people to just be easily putting it in. Like putting it on a flat surface isn't going to be fun. The low scores are going to be fun, but it's
Yeah.
but it was difficult. I think my team, it was a 4-person best shot. We shot 5 under, which was admirable.
Yeah.
Could have been
So
better.
So it was just best shot. So you guys didn't alternate. It wasn't like alternate shot or anything. So
Nope. It
okay,
was best shot. Everybody won every time.
okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah, yeah, it
So
was
I just
fun.
out of curiosity, how did that work from like I don't know if the I can't remember from Austin's course or some of the holes the women's tee box is up more.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So like just hypothetically, if it was a par five and the women's tee box is up more, does that still count as a par five even for you guys
Yeah.
then, or how does that all work?
So the men shot white blue
Okay.
for the tournament. The women shot red gold.
Okay.
So it was still a par 5, and we did definitely use Courtney's on a couple of or at least one of the par 5s.
Okay. I got
She
you.
had a she's got a beautiful drive once she hits them right.
That's good.
She
I don't
just
know. I don't know what it's like to hit it right, so I don't. Actually, I do. My ball always goes right. So
right. It's called a slice, Andy.
yeah, I try to play the slice too,
I know. I
and
do
then
that too, and then it
and then
goes
it actually
straight
then
as
it
an arrow.
actually yeah, then it goes right where you're even. So that's
Stupid sport.
I know. I love it so much though.
I do too.
The rest of your weekend good then?
Yeah.
Good.
I think Wrexham got another win, and they actually got another win today. Today's was a tournament play. They're
Oh,
playing a
okay.
team from League Two, Salford City.
Okay.
But I believe they are actually the top of their table right now.
Going up, up, up,
Just
up, up.
great start to the season. Long season left though, so not getting too high on it. Let's see, and I'm holding a soccer ball, so I don't know why it was just here. And
You
I'm a
got
fidgeter
football on your mind.
always, but not this kind usually.
Yeah, usually the oblong shaped one.
Yeah, I did see that
Oh,
State Farm commercial with Danny Rojas, and
yes.
that was great.
Football's life.
Football, his life. Um, Other than that, don't know what else I did. How about yours?
Let's see. Mine involved watching football, watching more football, watching a little racing, and oh yeah, watching more football.
Oh, sounds about normal.
Yeah, so that was nice, relaxing opening Sunday of the year.
It kind of had to be a little bit like relaxing. Have not You get to watch all the football, but your team's not playing, so you don't have the added pressure, I guess. But
Yeah. Well, and that's why
it
I
would have
had
been better if they had won.
Yeah, but that's why I had football on my computer. So I was just flipping back and forth between games on the NASCAR race on my TV, just because that
Okay,
wasn't my big priority. So, and Ryan Blaney had a good point save, so we're all good. Everything's all good.
perfect.
But other than that, yeah, pretty nice chill weekend. Nothing.
Oh,
What?
um, big. There was some big news in the wrestling world that I kind of spaced out.
What?
Um, so guy I love to talk about, AJ Ferrari. You gotta love here. His youngest brother Angelo is at Iowa, probably gonna redshirt this year.
Okay.
But AJ has been known to have a pretty big mouth, and
I think you mentioned
there's
it once or
another
twice.
Carter Strachey, a four-time NCAA champ from Penn State, who is going for a fifth year, going to be try to become the fifth or the first five-time champ. He is, I think, moving up from 174 to 184, maybe. There was some talk about him going up to 187, but I don't think that's happening. But he must have gotten sick of AJ Ferrari, and he said, let me find the tweet. It was, I know Cael Sanderson is shaking his head right now because he's not a big fan of calling out people, and he's I hate the guy, but he's a pretty good dude. I don't hate him. I hate
That he's at Penn State.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see if the tweets. All right. Let's see. Did he? Oh, he did delete it.
Oh.
But he basically said, let's put up 300K each. He basically called out AJ Ferrari for no school wanting him. Basically, said let's put up 300K each for a winner take all. He said he talks some major smack to him, like keep kids away from him though, and it was pretty funny.
That sounds pretty funny.
I like they he called him out, so I haven't seen a reply from AJ yet, but I'm sure it's coming. I'll keep people posted.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, let me know too, because I like good smack talk or trash talk,
Yeah,
and then when it kind of goes over the edge a little bit, when it starts getting funny.
Yeah, and Carter Strachey is kind of a douche, I think. Great wrestler, not gonna deny that. Like he's one of the best to ever do it. I mean, he's a four-time NCAA champ, trying to become a fifth timer. Like that's a feat, man.
Mm-hmm.
But he has a mouth, and It'll be funny. He's supposedly getting paid a lot of money to be at the Nittany Lion Wrestling Club for one more run at a college title, like 1.3 million for the season.
Holy shoot.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, hopefully it's not NIL stuff that backfires, because we've seen that
Right.
happen already with some other teams. Iowa, but we'll get there later. So hey, and speaking of, I don't know if they even made any money. So Joey Chestnut, had a hot dog eating contest against Takuro
yeah.
Kobayashi. Did he make any money off of that? I don't even know if he did.
I don't know what he did, but I'm guessing he got paid somehow. I mean, Netflix had to have paid quite a bit for it.
I bet.
And turns out Joey Chestnut still it when it comes to the hot dog eating competition.
How many did he down?
84
in 10 minutes.
In 10 minutes against, I think Kobayashi had 66 or something like that. Like he owned him.
Actually, I'm gonna look quick just to verify here.
Fact check me a little bit.
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
I mean, it is the night of the debate. There are
66.
83 to 60. I was one off. I'm sorry.
Holy mother.
Fact check me. It is the debate tonight, so.
Oh, that is true.
Fact checkers are out.
That is true. But yeah, new world record for Joey Chestnut.
That is insane. Because that's hot dogs and buns.
Yes.
I wonder if they did Nathan's.
Ooh, I don't know what they did. That's actually a good question. How many do you think you could eat in 10 minutes?
10 minutes?
Just depending. Now, I guess, what kind of hot... Would you say the big Nathan? Would you say Nathan's, or which one would you say?
Nathan's are fantastic. God, and bun. I don't do well with buns. I'd say my limit would probably be like 4.
Okay.
So minutes. Like 79 less than Kobayashi. Or than
I don't know.
Joey Chestnut.
I honestly feel like I could... It depends how fast we start. I think I could at least get to double digits.
I know I couldn't do I think the buns would be my killer.
But that's where you got to dip them in water. It's a cheater. It's a cheating way to do it. It's how they do it, though. Like all the professionals.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah. I think I could at least get 10 though.
Maybe we should have a
live hot dog eating. Ooh. Everybody in the comments, let us know if you want to see this. We'll find a way to get it done.
I don't want to see it.
I kind of do.
Oof.
We could make a bet, or heck, the people of the interweb here could make a bet, could make a little wager for us, like before we loser has to do or whatever.
Throw up? Because I would throw up.
Now, as somebody who's eaten 8 donuts in 15 minutes, I don't think I throw up.
Thanks. Doesn't sound appetizing to me.
But is it? Oh, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, I don't think I have any other.
I was gonna say, what is appetizing? A couple things in the golf world here. Number 1, Christopher McDonald and Julie Bowen coming back for Happy Gilmore 2.
That's fantastic. Some call him Christopher McDonald. He is lovingly referred to as Shooter McGavin.
Yeah.
He hates it when people call him that. Well,
that's truly unfortunate, because that is his number 1 role.
Yes.
It just is.
When you see him, that's what you're going to think of.
And number 2, Cody, I think might be the start of us finally getting a PGA versus Live Tour, like Ryder Cup situation here going on. We have...
That'd be so good.
Another iteration of the match between Brooks Koepka and Bryson DeChambeau of the Live Tour and Rory McIlroy and Scottie Scheffler of the PGA Tour.
Is Rory still number 2 right now in the world rankings?
Nah, I think it's Xander. I'm pretty sure it's Xander.
Is it? Yeah, that makes sense. But you're those are definitely the 2 biggest names in Live and...
Oh, hands down. Rory's 3, so Xander is number 2.
Xander, okay. But biggest names in each, because I don't know how... I don't I, along with everybody else in the world, don't watch Live.
No, I think they get what, like 10 viewers, maybe 15 on a good day,
Yeah, it's not good.
and those are just the people in attendance. I don't know how many people actually watch on TV, but that's about it.
It's pretty low ratings. I know that.
Yeah.
With
Well,
but they're good golfers. They're great golfers. There. I mean,
yeah.
Brooks Koepka and they would be top 10 world, both of them.
Well, Bryson is. He's actually number 10.
Bryson is, yes.
Yeah.
Just because he's done so well at the majors.
Yeah, which is funny because that was always Brooks's MO. Was that's all he cared about was the
majors. Like Brooks was the one guy that like it made the most sense for him to play Live.
Mm-hmm.
But since he's joined, he's still won a major since he's joined.
Yeah, he's won one, choked away the Masters, but
it's true
in a sense. But I don't. But even other than that, though, he hasn't been like past Brooks, if that makes sense.
Yeah, he hasn't risen. Like you would hear nothing about him, and then all of a sudden a major, and he was on his game. If he wasn't, he was in contention always.
Yep. And heck, by round 2, then he's leading, and it's like, oh no. Well,
yeah,
because it's like Tiger in his prime. It's like it's over, or like Scotty is right now. It's over.
Yeah. If you see Scotty in your rear view, you might as well just pack it in.
Yep. Unless when Scotty saw the cops in his rear view, but that's another discussion for another day. It is funny though how they're putting Bryson and Brooks on the same team, considering that those two hated each other. They probably I honestly still think they probably still do.
Yeah, they probably just make it look good for TV, and
yeah, maybe they'll fight.
There's definitely some resentment between them. Ooh, that'd be fun.
Or hit him with a golf club.
Except for like, I think people loved Bryson or Brooks and didn't like Bryson, and I think it's turning.
It has. Well, because I mean, Bryson has all the YouTube stuff. He became the fan favorite at the U.S. Open. Like he almost even became more of a favorite than Rory.
Yeah, people were chanting USA, USA.
Yeah. Which I think that, and honestly, that's probably part of it. If it was
yes,
like if it was Scotty against Bryson, Scotty probably would have won, especially after everything that Scotty went through.
True. Like the fanfare would have been for Bryson or for Scotty there over Rory.
Yeah, I'm hoping this is the start of, like I said earlier, getting like a PGA versus a Live Ryder Cup type deal. Have Tiger and Bill be captains. Somebody said they can have a 3-day event, do it on TNT, True TV, do it on whatever. Have all the players mic'd up. Have fun.
Oh, it'd be so much fun. Because the Ryder Cup, I didn't get it until I started watching it, and it's like, wow, that is, that's my favorite. I like that more than the majors. I like it's just fun.
I like it better.
I do.
The major, for sure. The Masters, it can't eclipse the Masters for me.
Okay.
Maybe the other ones I can say, but nothing will ever eclipse Augusta at all. But yeah, it's just especially when it's on U.S. soil, just because of especially give it this year.
Well,
was it next year?
That's just because the United States can't win it if it's not on U.S. soil.
Yeah, one of these days, maybe. Probably not, but one of these days they might. But yeah, and then it's at Bethpage Black in New York, and New Yorkers are very kind people, right? I think.
Yeah, they're very forgiving people.
Yeah, so that should be. Oh, that should be a fun tournament. I'm trying to think what else happened in the sports world. Caitlin Clark wrapped up the Rookie of the Year title. That's like done.
Yeah,
signed, sealed, delivered.
I mean, I think she had it, and then Angel Reese dropped out.
Yeah, fractured her wrist.
Yeah.
And people are playing good ball too right now. So
they are. Did you see Annie Agar made a little comment about Angel Reese and her NFL Week 1?
No, wasn't that? I saw the video. What did I miss?
It was. Who did she say has a?
I'm gonna have to rewatch this now.
Lower passer rating than or.
Oh yeah. Was it Danny Dimes?
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yep. I remember seeing that now. Yeah.
She made a little slight towards Angel Reese in there, which was funny to see.
So I saw some. Not speaking of, we were talking about viewership numbers. So I think that when the Fever played the Minnesota Lynx on Friday, I think that game got 1.2 mil. It was at least above a mil, maybe 1.2, 1.5, something like that. There was a game that followed that. Like, didn't people don't even have to change the channel if they want to watch ball? They keep watching basketball. Um, it was the Sky without Angel and the LA Sparks without Cameron Brink. That game got 500,000 people.
Wow.
So
So over half shut it off.
yeah. And again, I don't know how much that number would differentiate if the two young stars were healthy, but
Right.
also people love Caitlin.
They do.
She's the show.
She is the brand. I mean,
Yeah, and who knows?
without a
Maybe
doubt.
people might have turned off the game too to watch the second half of the Packers game. I mean, you never know.
That's true. NFL is something hard to compete with, and that's the draw in the United States.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Baseball might be America's pastime, but football is America's game.
That's because, unfortunately, as much as I do love baseball, it is stuck in the past. Just partly because Rob Manfred is a moron, but he's just so bad, so bad. Well, I guess Cody, do you have any other sports you want to talk about?
Well, I think that's time to wrap it up.
Okay. Well, I guess thanks everybody. Oh wait, no, we have one. Do you want to talk about football?
I thought you'd never ask.
Okay. So college football. Do we just want to dive into the pain and sorrow of the Cyhawk game for all of us Hawkeye fans, or?
Yeah, let's get that out of the way.
Well, Kate McNamara sucks. Kirk Ferentz should be suspended again, and that's about it.
Yeah, people needed to get people were getting a little ahead of themselves, which watching the second half of the Illinois State game.
Yeah.
They're not in the same league.
No.
It shouldn't have been as close as it was in the first half.
Yeah.
Iowa's offense is still anemic.
Yeah.
Cade McNamara, great dude. There's a reason that he lost his starting spot in Michigan.
Yeah. Good job, Kirk. Good job. We even got in trouble trying to recruit him. Good job.
At least Kirk will make the right decision in the middle of the season and bench him. And nope.
See, he didn't do that with Jake Rudock when they had CJ Beathard. He didn't do that at all with Spencer Petras. He didn't bench Deacon
To be
Hill.
fair, he had Deacon Hill behind him.
Yeah, but they had more guys even behind Deacon Hill, and they still rolled with him, which I will say, shout out. Deacon Hill, I think, is actually balled out for Utah Tech of late.
Yeah, I believe so. He's a big boy.
He is. And I think Petras has done well, too. So maybe that speaks.
I think I've said this before on this podcast, though. Like, I don't think that it's necessarily the quarterbacks. I believe it is the coaching staff and their inability to develop these guys. Because think of any quarterback that's ever come through Iowa. Have they ever, in Kirk Ferentz's career, has any of them progressed? Like, every one of God, I can't think of his name. One of them came out balled out his sophomore year, as the first year as a starter, and then he never got better.
You think you're not?
He was
are you
a 3-year starter.
Vandenberg? Or
No.
4-year starter? Nate Stanley?
3-year starter.
3-year starter.
Tate.
Let's see who do we have late? Stanley was before Petras. Beathard was
Drew
before
Tate?
that. Oh, Drew Tate? Oh, yeah. Okay. That's good. That's a good comparison. I mean, like, even
his sophomore year was fantastic. Drew Tate, I remember.
That was the LSU year, wasn't it? Where they beat LSU?
I believe so.
Hail Mary? Okay. Such a fun
But he never progressed. Like, you expect, okay, he's this good this year. Next year, he's going to be a little bit better. No, they never get better. If anything, they regress.
Yeah, and that's a coaching thing.
100%. Because these are, like, Petras was a 4-star quarterback coming in.
Mm-hmm. I know, out of California,
When
where
you
that's all
have
they do is sling the ball.
right now, Michigan is starting a 0-star quarterback.
And they kind of look like a
Mi-
0-star program on
he
Saturday.
they
But
don't
yeah.
look very good. Like, to be fair, but these guys they're developing lesser guys into
Mm-hmm.
more. He looked more coherent than we did on Saturday.
Which I will say, I mean, Iowa does develop guys in other places, like defensively. Used to do it on the O
Tight
line, not
end,
so. Yeah, tight end. Offensive line we used to, not so much anymore. But
right?
um, but yeah, I don't know. It's just I don't know why they can't develop a quarterback to save their life.
They
Because
can't.
it's not like the Bears or the Jets or the Browns who all draft these quarterbacks high, and they're just set up to fail because the rest of the organizations or the rest of the team's just awful.
Right.
Like the rest of the team's good. You have competent quarterback play, and you're kind of like Georgia, to an extent. You don't have quite the dudes on defense that Georgia has, but
Right.
if you have competent quarterback play, it gives you a fighting chance.
Yeah. There's no reason that Iowa, with the defenses that they put on the field on a regular basis, there is no reason that they should not be in playoff contention at the
Yep.
very least.
And now,
If Michigan State had a run of like where they were looking like they were national championship esque every year, so did Wisconsin. I mean,
Mhm.
Ohio State and Michigan both have
Yeah.
that potential. Iowa has that ability too.
yeah,
Now, the last couple, I mean, the next few years, will they? I don't know how much money, if they have the money backing them that like Ohio State, Michigan, Texas, like that's going to become their next excuse, I guess. I mean,
yeah. But at the same point, why'd they go after McNamara in the first place? Everybody saw
right.
that he was not good at Michigan. Like, I don't get it. But it's
Yeah.
basically beating a dead horse at this point.
It's
It's
not
just what always happens.
it's not what's going to happen in Texas. It's not what happened a few years ago in Texas A&M where these guys are like McNamara left Michigan because he was going to lose his starting job. But it wasn't because it was like Tannehill left Texas A&M to go to the NFL draft because he was going to lose his job to Johnny Football.
Or like Joe
I
Burrow
think
left Ohio State because he just wasn't going to see the field at all. Not that he got benched, he
right.
just wasn't going to see the field at all.
Ewers will be leaving Texas after this year, I believe, because they're not going to sit Manning another
No.
year.
Well,
Like
plus
Ewers, I guess does have the opportunity. He might go to another college, but I think
I don't know if I'm him though.
if he plays decently,
he's like the Heisman favorite right now.
yeah,
And also the way the rest of the quarterbacks in this draft class are looking, heck, he could be the number one pick potentially.
yeah. Because well, it ain't gonna be Shador.
Yeah.
No, not with his blaming his offensive line like he just did. That's the way to do it. That's the way to get the guys to play for you.
So against Colorado State, this is O-line going to pull like what the Mean Machine did in the longest yard. They're just going to kind of just give up.
They could. It's gonna either be that or I mean I was thinking my first thought was remember the Titans, but he told him to do that.
Yeah.
Sunshine.
But that was only one guy though that they let.
Yeah,
go.
that's true.
Yeah, this is going to be everybody let him go.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I wouldn't blame him.
No, and unfortunately, I think the shine on Coach Prime is starting to wear off.
Just a little bit. That's a little. Oh, but let's give props to Iowa State. They made a hell of a comeback, by the way.
Thank you. Good point. Yes,
they
redshirt freshman. Nate, after missing a kick earlier in the game.
Yeah,
Stones
kick a 54-yarder to win it. 53.
Yeah, he's never gonna have to buy a beer in Ames ever again.
No. That was awesome for him. I mean, not a big state fan, but I love good football, and you know what? Like, I'm gonna root for Iowa State most of the season. I don't root for them against Iowa, but I don't have a lot of hate for them.
Yeah, like if they make a run at the playoffs somehow, like the Big 12, it's not great. Just in all honesty, it's just not.
Nope.
So if they make a run at the playoff, yeah, of course, yeah, heck, the whole state of Iowa might semi kind of bleed
I mean,
purple and gold.
look at how much they get behind Brock Purdy. Like right now, like the 49ers have kind of become Iowa's team. It
Yep.
seems like, because there's so many Brock Purdy fans and Kittle. It's like that.
Well, I think that helps too. I mean, you have Brock, which
the-
everybody loves, as the under. Like, I mean, because it's Iowa. You make fun of Iowa, we all rally around.
Yep. Yeah, it's kind of like Iowa State. They're going to talk smack about each other, but you talk like somebody from UCLA comes in and starts talking smack about it, like you're talking about family, man. Like,
yeah, no, you don't touch. Yeah, you don't touch family at all. I mean, in all honesty, it's like for us, like Cresco and Decorah, like Josie Jewell that makes it to Iowa and now he's in the pros. It's like, yeah, no, don't talk bad about that boy at all.
Nope, he's a stud.
Yes.
Terrible organization.
Oh yeah. Well, again, we'll dive into that just a little bit. Also, kind of semi terrible is Notre Dame. I don't think they're back. I don't think they're back.
No, they had a huge win the week before against Texas A&M.
Yeah, offense looked awful though that game. I'm gonna just say that right now. Their offense looked awful that game.
And then they played the juggernauts of Northern Illinois.
Shout out to the
University.
Mac. Shout out to Maction.
And
Cody, we're familiar with Maction.
We are familiar with Maction
here on this program.
Not as much anymore, but
it's her.
I've moved on to the ACC.
I know, but you're still a Mac team.
I know.
In the heart of hearts.
For sure.
It's where we're
yeah, they lost big. I mean, they didn't lose big. They lost. Was it a field goal?
Yeah, well, and they had a field goal blocked at the end.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just you can't do that as your Notre Dame because they don't have like any really other marquee games. I don't know if they play USC or if that got wiped out with the conference realignment or not. But other than that, they don't have any other big games to like
their whole. The thing is for them, like they pretty much to make the playoff, in my opinion, they almost have to go undefeated to get the 5 seed.
Yep.
Because or is it the 6 seed?
5.
Yeah, Power 5 for Power 4.
Yep.
And the Pac 2.
Shout to the Pac 2. Yes, it will never die.
It's just if a loss, especially of the magnitude of against a nobody, it ain't gonna look good for them.
Nope. And then people at Notre Dame are like the boosters and the fans can be a little impatient. So Marcus Freeman's seat probably just got red hot.
Yeah, they aren't known to wait.
No.
Which has really worked well for them for a long time lately.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me how they get put in the top 10 every year preseason and after proving nothing every year.
Well, in all honesty, prior to these, or except for these last couple of years, so you can say same thing about Texas, same thing about Miami.
True.
It's just it's brand. It's just because of their brand. Even USC, it's just their brand. That's the only reason why they're up there.
100%. I don't know why you have to slander the horns, but whatever. It's the truth. But
I know, that's why. It's just an example. I mean, I don't know. You can even technically throw Iowa in there because they're always almost ranked, and then
they're. It's because they're defense, but
defense and special teams.
Yeah, that was cool that their punter, like the first punt, was inside the 5.
It was a beaut. It was a beaut, Clark. It really was. Let's see. Anything else from the college game that you want to touch on?
Well, the game I was supposed to be at.
Oh,
Texas.
I thought we touched on that technically, but
not really.
Oh, okay. Well, simple says Texas, very good. Michigan,
not so good.
Probably going to be giving Connor Stallions a call in a minute, but
they They fell from grace pretty quickly.
Yeah. Okay,
Texas,
and
it's going to be an
in all
interesting
honesty,
season.
do you think this shows that maybe their videotaping sign stealing thing was actually more of a big deal than people maybe
I
want
don't
to
know.
admit?
They lost a lot on offense though.
Yeah, and they lost an idiot as a head coach as well. But
It could. They looked lost at
yeah,
times.
yeah, and I mean, oh my gosh, Texas looks good. They look they look on paper right now about the only team that looks like they can fight with Georgia.
Well, that's good because they play Georgia this year, so
That's good. It could be a
this should be
we could have a rare regular season rematch in the championship game. It doesn't
that would
happen a
be really
lot.
cool. I do remember Alabama and Georgia doing that.
Alabama
Oh,
and LSU did it too.
Alabama LSU.
Yeah, because I think that was the. I can't remember if the regular season game was like the 6-9 game or something very low scoring, but
Right.
the championship game was like 18-6. It was something
Yeah.
stupid. I think Eddie Lacy went off that game if I remember right, but I could be wrong. But yeah, Texas looks good. Quinn Ewers looks like your Heisman favorite right now. I don't think
Yep.
that's really any debate. And now he's in the Dr. Pepper commercials. What a guy! What a
Without
guy!
without a backup.
Yeah, without a backup with a famous last name and long hair. Uh, well, and heck, Ewers cut his hair. I mean, it's short now.
He did. Yep. He did have he had a mullet for a little while.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess there was only enough long hair for one of them in Texas there. So that was
Yep.
yeah. That's about all I got.
Okay, let's stick in the state of Texas. Let's go into the NFL world.
Ooh. Why? What happened in Texas?
A lot of money got doled out this weekend.
Oh yeah.
On Sunday morning.
Oh yeah, that's what I texted you about.
It's
$240 million to one.
Going to Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
$60 million a year, highest paid player in NFL history.
He's definitely
season,
earned
guess,
it, right?
I think Mahomes' contract's still the biggest, but
Oh, Cody, I think you're froze. Either that or that's your shocked face on my screen.
no, it said that it was frozen or something.
Oh,
but
okay. Yeah, he's definitely deserving of the highest paid contract in NFL history. Oh wait, no, he's not.
no.
Yeah.
I was having this debate with my wife actually, like if you're going to be the high, like I get that that's not how NFL contracts work. They don't go to who's the most deserving always or who's the best at the time. But like, I mean, the only guy, Mahomes should be number one quarterback, the highest paid quarterback always.
I know it's not even close.
I'd say Lamar would be probably from what their past, the second most deserving.
Well, I mean,
maybe Rodgers third.
I would go right now, just as in right now. I would say Lamar's number two. Just, I mean, based on past, he's the only other aside from Rodgers, the only other multiple time MVP in Mahomes. Like,
yep, because I was like trying to think who should be the top 5 highest paid based on what they've done, and it's like, okay, you've got 3 quarterbacks in the NFL right now that have won 3 or 4 Super Bowl winning quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Mahomes, Russell Wilson.
Are we saying starting or just active?
Starting. Okay. Russell Wilson, I guess I still consider the starter, even though.
Yeah. So Mahomes, Stafford, Russ, and who else?
Okay. Mahomes, Stafford, Russ, and Rodgers.
Oh yeah, duh. And then I mean, if we want to put Flacco in there, because Flacco's the backup, but
right.
That's not good. That's not good at all.
No, it's like Russell Wilson is not a top 25 quarterback anymore.
I don't think he's a top 32 quarterback. Actually, no.
I think.
He's at least ahead of Daniel Jones. I'll give him that.
I'm gonna say he's above Danny Dimes
and Will Levis. Oh my gosh, Will Levis! What was he doing? Like, did you see that pick that he threw? The pick six?
Yeah.
What are you doing there? That's third down. Just eat it. Just eat the ball. And then he goes all surrender Cobra after he throws the ball and after he got picked. Just puts the hands on the head and like, oh. And now Caleb Williams is the first number one overall pick quarterback taken to win a game or to win his first career start since David Carr and the expansion Texans.
Wow.
Who beat the Cowboys. Yeah, that's hopefully Caleb doesn't die like David Carr did that year because he got sacked a lot.
He did. They were not a good team.
Also, wins, not a quarterback stat because Caleb didn't even throw for
Caleb
100 yards.
Caleb did not look very good.
No. I mean,
they won in spite of him.
They were down 17-0 and came back and won without scoring an offensive touchdown.
That's pretty good.
The pick six was the winning score, but then they had a blocked punt that got them back on track, and Mr. Simone Biles, Jonathan Owens, picked it up and returned it for a touchdown. So
that's how you win football games.
Yeah. And then I guess Russ, I mean, he was inactive. Justin Fields starts.
He was inactive in uniform.
That was so stupid. That's like totally on brand Russ.
It is. It's so him, but it makes no sense.
And then Pittsburgh wins without scoring a touchdown at all.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins.
6 field goals.
Yeah. Kirk Cousins looked like a guy that is coming off of a torn Achilles. He could not move.
Aaron Rodgers also looks like a guy coming off a torn Achilles.
Yeah, at least Rodgers the arm's still there. At least like he can still sling it.
Yeah.
Kirk's decision making not good.
Nope.
Not good at all. You know he didn't go under center at all in the second half. Everything that they did was out of pistol or out of the shotgun.
I did not realize that.
Yeah, it was awful. Oh hey, I guess I know we are kind of jumping around. Should we probably talk about the defending champs? Because they did win. Buffalo gifted them Xavier Worthy. Good for them.
They looked good.
Chris Jones was a problem.
Yeah, he wrecked that defensive line or offensive line.
Yeah, I mean,
didn't matter where he lined up.
Yeah, Linderbaum, shout out Iowa. He got worked. He got worked pretty well.
He did. It's not a really good shout out to Iowa there.
That's true. Oh, go Hawks! But yeah, it was. Yeah, he was kind of a force, just a little bit. And then I mean, Mahomes did some magic, and then Lamar almost led the Ravens back down for maybe a chance to win the game because they were going to go for 2 if they scored, and it's like, oh my word. And Cody, I'm a little sad after that game. I think Justin Tucker might not be the best kicker in football anymore.
I don't think he is anymore. He missed a routine 53-yarder.
Yeah.
Wide left.
My heart broke a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. My heart did break a little bit when he missed that. It
doesn't. Well, I remember Nate Kading saying something he heard is like it doesn't rain in the desert often, but when it does, it pours or something.
Yep. And that's when Tucker misses field goals. That's what we're like.
Yeah. See that's a special teamer. My opinion, Iowa's best ever special teamer, but let's.
I can't believe people said that Tory Taylor. I mean, I love Tory Taylor. I love.
I do too.
But Nate Kading was special.
He was. He was so good. So good.
Yeah. And then I guess we'll dive into your game after we talk about the quick sorrows of my game and how I was holding my breath for 16 hours. I think.
Yeah. The field conditions in Brazil, not so good.
No. And the thing is, Roger Goodell came out and said he wants 16 international games soon. Why? Just why?
They need to figure some stuff out before they do that.
Yeah,
because you're going to get people hurt.
How to play on actual grass. Or, I don't know. Let's just go back to AstroTurf. Like, don't even go to artificial turf. Let's just go to AstroTurf.
Just go AstroTurf?
Yeah, just go way back. We're playing on
All
cement.
right.
Let's just go back.
That
Um,
that stuff was nasty.
yeah. But Saquon Barkley looked very good for the Eagles.
Oh my god.
He looked,
That's I think that's the best I've ever seen Saquon Barkley look since
yeah.
college.
I mean, it helps that he has a very good offensive line, which I
Yep.
will admit, they lost Jason Kelsey and minus for a few snap issues. My gosh, they looked like they didn't miss a beat.
Yeah. They're good. Their
Yeah.
offensive line is very good.
Yeah. Their defensive
Um
line got after Love a little bit too. Um, Jalen Carter was a monster inside. And then, then Love got hurt late. Luckily, only a sprained MCL. There's a chance he might play this week.
Oh really? I didn't see that.
Matt LaFleur
Ah,
said, the wording was, if he can't play, Malik Willis will start.
wow.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, we're gonna get to it anyway, but um, now I'm seeing CMC might be out for a little bit.
Achilles tendonitis.
Mm-hmm.
That's Madden curse. It is alive.
Number one
So,
overall pick curse.
well, that's also why I'm
Fantasy.
glad. That's why I'm glad I didn't take him at number one overall. I took Tyreek Hill.
He had a good game for you.
He did. He's fast.
Basically,
Very
one
fast.
one catch made most of it, but
That's true.
that's
But
very likely with a Tyreek Hill on your team
yeah,
because
that was close. That was
that was a so Miami. I mean, Javon Holland made the play of the game because
was that the punch out of ETN?
yeah, ETN was going for his tutty, and they were what up 14, were they up 17 at the time?
It
Were
might
they
have
up
been
17-7?
Yeah.
They were up 17-7, looking like they were about to punch it in to go up 24-7, and at the 2 or 3 yard line, Javon Holland punches that ball out as he's taking ETN down,
Yep.
and I don't know who fell on it, but the very next play, Tyreek takes it 80 yards to the house to put Miami up or down only 3. So that's a 14-point swing right there.
Yeah.
And then on the pursuing kickoff, it looked like Jacksonville was going to lose it there too because they fumbled it. But I don't know how. Chop Robinson looked like he had it, but somehow somebody from Jacksonville got it back, and then Miami got the ball back though and tied it. And then within the waning seconds, Jason Sanders kicked a long field goal to win it.
Yeah, from 52 or from 53, straight down Broadway.
Yeah. So
Um,
he seems better from 50 than he does from 40.
see, that's like Jake Elliott, the Eagles kicker. I swear he is money outside of 50. Anything in between 40 and 50, it's hold on to your butt.
So weird. Kickers are strange.
Yes, they are. That they are. So do we want to dive into Tyreek's fun day prior to the game?
Yeah. Tyreek's Fun Day brought to you by Decora Pest Control. Let's see. I gotta get to the page again here. Cass, I love you, buddy. Gotta
By
give
the
you
way,
a proper shout.
I did find out that the Cass was the one who sprayed our house the last time.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So we do have people that use Decora Pest Control. Decora Pest Control, call Cass for your residential and commercial pest control needs. He treats for earwigs, cockroaches, ants, bed bugs, fleas, bees, and box elder bugs. Also treats for mice and rats. Offers monthly and quarterly services. Call Cass at 563-419-3251 and tell them the boys at Unrelated Sports Podcast sent you. So, Decor Pest Control brings you the pest of the week, which is the Miami-Dade Police Department. Boy, did they mess up.
Yep.
Especially for a group of people that are paid to be there. by the Dolphins organization that day.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, I didn't realize
Yeah.
that. Oh boy.
Yep. They
Um.
so Tyreek Hill got pulled a little bit of a Scotty Scheffler. Now Tyreek isn't completely innocent in it. Like he
Mhm.
did smart mouth. He talked a little bit more than he should have, and he didn't completely comply. But I think it went from 0 to 60 pretty quickly.
Yeah, and he has a pretty short fuse to go to start with anyway.
Yeah. So he was arrested going to the game on Sunday, and a lot of the police footage doesn't look the greatest for the cops. I'd say.
Mhm.
Very short, like escalation. I guess it went from put your hands on the wheel, or Tyreek had his hands on the wheel. Told him
Yep.
to pull down the window. They pulled him out of the car and threw him on the ground pretty aggressively, pretty quickly.
Yeah, because then they cuffed him, and then they had him up on his feet, and then they told him to sit down, or which I didn't quite get either. And Tyreek said he just had surgery, like what during the off season,
Yep.
and then he had some Dolphins players that were pulled up trying to kind
Johnny
of see
Johnny Smith and Calais
Calais
Campbell,
Yeah, and Calais Campbell's Walter, like a I don't know if he's a
Walter Payton Man of the Year,
multi time, but
38
yeah.
years old, sack on the first play.
Oh, nice. Didn't know that. But again, I think he's one of the nicest guys in the league. Like, I don't think you
Yeah.
can find anybody saying anything bad about him.
Nope.
And then the cops are trying to tell him to get back in their car, and I don't know. It was just.
I know Tyreek was on the phone with Drew Rosenhaus pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
just the right guy to have on your side.
Yeah, and he got there quick. Holy
He
mother
did.
mercy.
He did.
Yeah,
I think
I will
Tyreek's
say,
one of his best clients.
as much as I do not like Drew Rosenhaus, just because more times than not you hear his name and you can almost kiss your player goodbye
You're
because
gonna
he's
get
going to go get money
fleeced.
somewhere. He does have his players back. I mean, remember like
Oh,
T.O.
yeah.
back in the day? Like when he was
Yep.
having his Eagles drama and stuff, and
Yeah,
he was out there taking
even
questions right away.
I think he even like kind of had was he um Antonio Brown's for a while?
Well, maybe. I honestly don't know.
I
But
I want to say that he kind of had his back even when Brown was losing his stuff, and kind of like Brown even said some stuff about Drew, and Drew's like, you know, he did it. He's so professional about it. It's just
yeah,
I think he's ruthless when it comes to negotiation.
that is true. That is very true. Um, but yeah, no, Miami Police Department. They instead of de-escalating the situation, they just like you said, it went to 0 to 100 really quick, and it just got out of hand.
Yeah, you got all these Dolphins fans coming through. You got all like you're not going to look good on that, but
No, well, and then especially when the body cam stuff all comes out, and it's like, oh, well. And then initially they said I think Tyreek was going like 100 miles an hour, and then it
now
comes
it
out and
says
said they
60.
estimated he was going at 60.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Dumb.
no, very, very, very dumb, and at least for Tyreek's sake, he didn't like nothing bad actually, like really bad
No.
happened that we
No, he's using his platform in a good way now.
Yeah.
He's not making it a race thing even. He's making it just to keep trying to get a solution, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, which is, I mean, good for him.
Yeah.
Because I mean, and again, not just in this situation, but in other past situations, Tyreek's not a saint by any means. But
Oh God, no. No, but he's using his platform the right way, I believe, in this situation. So
that's true.
yeah.
See, let's see. What other?
What other games do we want to talk?
Well,
Bills
Sam
Cardinals.
Which one?
Bills Cardinals.
Yeah, Josh Allen is going to get hurt at some point this year. I mean, I know his wrist is already hurt, but he's going to get seriously hurt.
They had a big comeback. I mean, they're down 17.
Yeah, and then Kyler had a chance at the end. He just didn't throw it to his number one pick, in Marvin Harrison Jr. But Good opening week for the Cardinals. It is week 1, so sometimes you can't really take a lot of things away from this. Like, I don't know, New England going into Cincinnati and winning.
Like, I told you I've won, like, every time I've ever been in a Survivor pool.
Mm-hmm.
I would not have won this year if I would have been in one, because that would have been my pick 100% of the time.
I think that was most people's pick, just because.
Yeah.
Did you see there were some clips going around of Burrow that he was having trouble even squeezing a water bottle, like with his wrist, and stuff was still causing issues.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that's maybe something to watch because they play Kansas City this weekend.
Yep.
Daniel Jones is awful.
Daniel Jones is very bad.
Sam Darnold looked halfway competent.
Yep.
Good for him. Deshaun Watson is... Yeah. I take back every good thing that I said about Cleveland before the year started.
I think Cleveland is getting fleeced by him.
Yep.
I also... Yeah.
Now there's some new allegations coming out against him, and so if he's actually found guilty of all this stuff, do they have to pay him all that money?
I don't know. There's got to be clauses.
You would think, but it is also the Browns, and they made this deal to begin with. C.J. Stroud looked very good.
Yep.
The Colts.
But good God, Anthony Richardson has a cannon.
65 yards flat-footed. My gosh.
People in his face just chucked it. They made it a better game than I expected, honestly.
Yeah. Well, that's who the Packers play this week is Indy. That should be fun. For better or for worse, it's gonna be an interesting game.
We talked about the Titans Bears.
Yep.
Panthers Saints. Panthers are awful.
Yeah. Saints might be a little bit better than I anticipated. Again, it's just one game, but
it's against Carolina. I'm not taking too much out of that game. We talked about the Steelers Falcons, Texans Colts, Raiders Chargers.
I didn't watch a lot of that game. I think Herbert looked all right. Minshew Mania didn't look great.
No.
Harbaugh got a win. Good for him.
Big fan of his, aren't you?
Yeah. Broncos Seahawks.
I watched the end of that game.
Okay, Nick's had some good moments. He also had a couple, especially one really, really bad moment when he threw it into quadruple coverage.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield might be a sneaky sneaky MVP candidate.
Dude, they look good.
He looked really
good. He throw 4 touchdowns?
Yeah. I mean, Jane Daniels didn't look too bad either, making his first start for Washington. He did not throw to Terry McLaurin at all. I'm a little disappointed by that. I didn't have Terry in my lineup, but it's still I drafted him hoping big things, and after week 1, we didn't get big things.
Did not. Rams Lions. That was a fun game to watch, actually.
It was. I still don't know how the Rams, they should have won. They had a chance to win. Sean McVay's clock management at the end of regulation was questionable.
I think that always seems to be a thing with him. That whole coaching staff tree, Shanahan,
LaFleur,
McDaniel,
yeah, it's
McVay, all seem to have that come on, just manage the clock a little better at the end of half, end of games.
I don't know, all these teams, they need to hire a Madden player. And
right.
Just be their clock management guy. That's all they need.
I can do that.
The Lions have the ball with maybe 40 seconds left or whatever, and McVay chooses not to call his timeouts. At least call some timeouts, and even if because at that point,
give yourself an option.
Yeah, to either go down to have a little bit more time to kick a field goal, to go for a touchdown if you need it, or if the Lions wouldn't have scored, if they would have missed a field goal, they already burned the timeout, so the game would have been over. But I mean, Cooper Kupp, very good at football. They're going to be without Puka Nacua, though, for a little bit.
Yep, at least 4 weeks.
I don't know what Stafford was thinking when he made that throw in the end zone. They got picked. That was bad.
Stafford always kind of... I love Stafford. He's He's my favorite non-Miami quarterback always, but like he always sometimes he does throw some head scratchers.
Yeah. And then, I don't know, Jared Goff actually didn't play awful. I'll give him a little bit of
No,
credit. Their run game, oh my gosh, Aiden Hutchinson was a problem
Hayden Hutchins is gonna be a
defensively.
problem for everybody.
Yeah. And if Jameson Williams doesn't like gamble anymore, he's going to be a problem too.
Yeah,
Because he balled out and Amon-Ra St. Brown was like on a milk carton, I think, the whole game. Because like he was never heard of.
no, a lot of
And then
fantasy players very upset about it.
they were also very upset that they didn't find out till like 30 minutes before the game that Christian McCaffrey wasn't starting.
Yeah,
The Niners are going to get in trouble for that. You know that, right?
they should
Well, because they're
because he
running
wasn't.
back. I mean, they're. I'm forgetting what his name is already. He had such a good game too. Whatever their new backup running back was.
Um,
But
J-
Dan, I can't think of what it is. But
Jason,
he came out
not
after the
Jason,
game with his interview with Lisa Salters
Jordan
from
Mason.
ESPN. Yeah, Jordan Mason, and he said that he found out that he was starting Friday. So the Niners kind of manipulated the injury report a little bit,
Yep, yep.
which is not good.
That does not bode well for them.
No, I mean not just fantasy wise. I mean obviously fantasy wise, gambling wise, just simply for the Jets' perspective. Yeah, now like what you mentioned earlier, that McCaffrey might be out for a little bit because of Achilles tendonitis. Um, but yeah, the Niners, I think had double the time of possession that the Jets did last night.
That's crazy.
Kyle Juszczyk had a couple big grabs. Shout out to the best fullback in all football.
Yeah, he had. What did he have a touchdown that got called back? Too.
He might have, or he had one play that they ran a wheel route, like a fullback wheel route.
Oh yeah, he was wide open.
Yeah.
I swear to God, he had a big play that got called back too.
Or was that it? That might have been the play that got called back. I don't know. Or they threw maybe another one up the seam that got called back. Um, Purdy looked all right. He didn't look great, but he didn't look awful by any stretch of the imagination. Aaron Rodgers looked all right in his first game, just a little rusty. And then, honestly, Brees Hall probably had one of the worst games that I think I've seen him play. He didn't
Yeah.
look good at all. But they played him the whole game. Like, they didn't rotate Braylon Allen in at all until after the game was basically over. And then Allen actually had his way against the Niners' starting defense. And other than that, I don't know, we cover every game? I think we did.
I believe so.
Well, should we move on to our picks? You know that I don't really want
Picks.
to because you kicked the ever living daylights out of me this week.
I definitely did. I went 14-2 on the week. Andy, you went what 10-6?
I gotta look. It was not good. It was.
Yeah, I mean it was better than you think it was. I mean
I
we've
did
both
get
had
10.
weeks
Yeah,
of
you're
like
right.
9.
You did get 10.
That's
I really didn't think I got that much, but before we do move into our picks, give a shout out to our sponsor of this segment, Zip and Zoob's Detailing. Can't talk. Simple. They offer a cleaning service for your vehicle, whether it just be a car, ag equipment, whatever. I know the boys, and I think they do an excellent job. Just my personal opinion.
Good people.
That is true. Oh shoot! Now I feel like you. I had their. Oh, here we go. So I got their phone number too. So if you or a loved one or just anybody that you know needs their car detailed, give them a call at 563-380-9772, and they'll get it all fixed up for you.
Cleaned up.
Okay, so you ready to make some picks?
I am. So
Well, Cody, your team plays Thursday night.
they do. Bills Dolphins. I am going with the home team, the Miami Dolphins.
As am I.
Nice.
I don't trust Josh Allen still.
The next game is the Saints at the Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Same.
Defense looked insane.
Yes. All right. We're gonna go every other where we say which other. the one picks first. That's
Yeah, we
what
can.
we've been doing. So Tampa Bay at Detroit. I'm going D-Town.
Tampa.
Okay.
Baker, where art thou?
Yeah. All right. Indianapolis at Green Bay.
Well, with or without Jordan Love, I think Malik Willis might be able to win this. I'm very hopeful.
I'm going with the Colts.
That's after watching Malik Willis not just on the Hail Mary attempt, but all of last year. That's understandable. Or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
Jets at the Titans. I hate to do this.
Jets.
Jets.
Yeah.
Jets.
Yeah,
I don't even know what. I already lost track of who was going first on those.
I did too. Okay, so you can go first on this one.
Okay.
Niners at the Vikes.
Niners.
Same. Seahawks, Patriots. Give me the Pats to go 2-0.
I got the Sea Chickens.
Okay. Are you bold enough on this next one? Giants at the Commanders.
I am going Commanders.
Okay, as am I. Giants might not win a game this whole year.
Chargers at Carolina.
Chargers.
Yeah. Panthers.
I wonder what happens. Actually, I think they play. Oh my gosh.
Do they play each other?
They play each other in Germany.
Oh, that's right. That is right.
We're sending 2 great football teams over to Germany.
Oh God! But you know what though? Like sometimes some of the best games are 2 terrible teams.
That is true.
It's either really good or really bad.
Yeah, the Lions and the Browns Stafford game from way back in the day.
Yes.
Oh, speaking of the Brownies, Cleveland at Jacksonville.
You know, last week I probably would have picked the Browns, but I'm going to go with the Jaguars right now.
Same.
Yeah.
Raiders at the Ravens. Baltimore.
Yeah. Baltimore.
Rams
at Cardinals.
Cardinals.
All right.
I'm probably buying too much into Kyler right now.
That's fine.
Steelers Broncos.
I'm not only am I gonna pick the Steelers, but I think they score a touchdown this week.
Offensive or defensive?
TJ Watt's gonna score it.
Okay, that's fair. I'll go with Minka. I'll just be different. I'll go with Minka.
Nice.
Minka gets a pick 6. Yeah, I got Pittsburgh as well. Bengals Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Same.
Not with the way that they look. Wow.
Yeah. And again, Burrow's wrist is still bugging him. That's something to watch.
Yep. Chicago at Houston. Yep. Houston, we have a problem.
And Caleb Williams will be saying that many times on Sunday night.
Then on Monday night,
we got Kirko Chains in Atlanta against Philly.
At Philly. Give me Philly.
Same. It's yeah. Kirk doesn't look good. If he continues to struggle, do they go to Michael Penix at some point? Do you think?
I don't know. I wonder how short that chain is, because you take a guy 8th overall, they're gonna expect him to start, but you also paying $180 million to Kirk Cousins, so I think you got to ride this season out with Kirk. Unless he's getting hurt.
Yeah, and unless if it looks like the Achilles injury isn't progressing at all, like him getting better. Yeah,
but like ride it out, and worst case you get a good selection next year for Penix, I guess.
Hey, by the way, did you know that Kyle Pitts still plays for Atlanta? He scored a touchdown.
Holy cow! Did he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. It's kind of surprising. I didn't realize he was still on the team, or in the league. But good for him.
They talked about him like he's the next coming of God.
I know, and then he was never used.
Seen nothing. It's not necessarily his all on him. Like I think Arthur might have had a little bit to do with that, but
yeah. And now he's the OC in Pittsburgh.
Where they still don't score touchdowns.
Nope. Still bad.
By the way, I just want to let you know I bounced that soccer ball, and there's a little cup up here, and it made it in it. I had no thought that was going to happen, but
Look at our boy getting buckets. I'm proud of you.
mad ducats here.
Or do we just say goal?
It was a soccer ball.
Yeah, soccer ball. So goal.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I can't hold it that long. I can't say it that long.
Football is life.
Football is life. Okay, so and speaking of football, anything else you want to talk about? Football?
I don't think so.
I think we did a good job covering the NFL.
Yeah, you need to talk about something else. You have a cousin.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Garrett. I don't know what his stats were for Indiana State this past weekend. Against Purdue, he had a good game. I think he had 13 tackles
12
and a
solos.
fumble recovery, I believe.
Yeah, 12 of them were solo.
Yeah. That a boy number 3-5. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't able to see what his stats were though for their pass game against Eastern Illinois, but yeah, they played Dayton this weekend.
You know what? I can make.
Oh, good. What were you saying?
I might be able to find it out. Darren Swenson likes to post that stuff a lot.
Okay. Because they played Dayton this week, and Dayton is just moving up to the FCS level. I think they're like in the FCS graduate program or something like that.
Okay.
So we'll see. I think they should be able to get a win. Their offense actually, it started to look a little it progressed a little bit more last week.
Yeah.
So yeah, just hope Garrett keeps having a good season. That's a big thing. Yeah, don't worry. I am looking too. We're checking this in real time.
5 tackles, 2 solo, and 3 assists.
Okay, not bad.
Nope.
Not
So
bad day at the office.
I was thinking about like this the other day too. It's kind of crazy to me how Cresco has within the last few years they've had 3-4 guys in Division 2 or Division 1 or Division 2 football or division
like FCS or FBS. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had 5 actually.
Decorah, I know of one, I think that's in it right now. I think he played. But think of the Decorah's history in football versus Cresco's. Cresco has 5 guys in there. Decorah has 1, and Decorah has far surpassed Cresco in football for the last 20 years. 30
that's pretty
years.
nuts to think about, isn't it? Like
Decorah, yes, their shining star is Josie Jewell being a star NFL player. But like you've got multiple guys in Division 1 football.
And they're getting
and
they're actually getting minutes too. Like it's not just
they're
not on the roster.
Right. Like Walk-On has a starter in the NFL too right now, or the guy getting minutes. Parker has
he got some snaps. He got some meaningful snaps. Yeah. They had him at fullback.
Hit him at fullback? Okay.
They did.
It's crazy. He did not play an offensive down in college, and he is an offensive player in.
And he's the most important position on the field.
He is. You know what? I should get a Parker Hesse jersey now that he's played fullback.
Yeah, he's wearing number 43.
I'm not gonna get one because,
He plays for the Lions. I can't get one.
I know. But that's crazy.
I know.
They have 2 Hawkeyes as on their tight end in their tight end room.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you're right. I never thought of it that way.
One of them didn't play tight end in college, but yeah, Decorah has, let's see. Decorah has a Joe Hale or something. I don't know. Hjelle. He plays for Tulsa.
Oh, okay.
That is the only one that I know of. Cresco has right now they have Garrett Allendike and Zach Meimert.
Yep.
I don't know if they have any other. Carter Johnson. He plays for Co. I guess that's Division 3, but
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And then obviously they had Garrett's brother Clayton.
yep.
They had Spencer Cuvalier played for UNI as
Yep.
well, and then Tristan Bohr as well. So
Yeah. Insane.
I don't know. It makes no sense, but it is freaking awesome.
It is. It's cool to see.
So Cody, did you hear me kind of dropping some Adam Sandler like references earlier in the
I sure as heck
podcast?
did.
Now, why would I do that?
One, because there's a new Happy Gilmore movie coming out, and we're
That
very
is true.
excited about it. Two, our top 5 of this week.
And as always, our top 5 is brought to you by the boys at Lick Tags Lawn Care. We specialize in complete lawn maintenance and health, snow and ice control. Which Cody, again, we are slowly creeping that way.
Yes. Not looking forward to it.
I know. And any small engine repair that you may have with either your snowblower or lawnmower, which I believe you had some work done, right? I think you
Yep.
mentioned that. Okay, come on. Please load.
Got her running good. Hopefully I don't have to use it anymore.
Yeah, I know. I just mowed lawn yesterday. I think I got to mow it maybe 1 or 2 more times. Hopefully just pick up leaves when all they start dropping.
Yeah.
All that fun time. But,
Mulch them.
yep, basically. Or bag. I think we mostly bag them. Just to pick them all up and get rid of them. But yeah, if you have any questions or want anything done with your lawn, give the boys at Lick Tags a call at 563-203-4238.
Now we're giving them the right number.
I am. I know. It took me a while, but we got her all figured out.
Nice. So, we are doing, because of the Adam Sandler movie coming out, we're going to do, and Adam Sandler was recently on an episode of the Kelsey Brothers podcast.
He was on the Mancast too last night.
Was he? I should have watched it. I normally do. We're going to do our top 5 favorite Adam Sandler characters. Not top 5 favorite movies, because that's a different order for me. But
Oh, really? Okay.
top 5 favorite characters he's played.
Okay.
I'll start it off with number 5.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bobby Boucher
Ooh, that's a good one.
for the Mud Dogs.
That is it. That is a good
This
one.
might be the first one I haven't wrote down.
Let's see. Number 5 is hard for me. I'm trying to think. It's also partly based on movies that I do love, but
It's based on the movies I like, but they're not the same order as the ones that I
okay, I gotta find actually what is.
would put.
Okay,
In.
so why'd it go? No, I had it up. Dang it. Okay, here we go. So my number 5 is he played a guy named Michael Newman in the movie Click.
Nice.
I love.
That is a good movie. I
know,
like Click.
but I know I like his character in that one. Just getting to everything that he gets to do with the remote.
That is pretty sweet. That's a very good one.
Thank you.
Number 4 is probably one of my favorite movies of his of all time. Robbie Hart from The Wedding Singer.
Oh, okay.
Love hurts.
Okay.
Yeah,
Number 4 for me is Bobby Boucher.
nice.
That
Can't go wrong there.
Hey, I have right here some high quality H2O.
You're drinking the wrong stuff, man. My number 3 is actually Billy Madison.
Okay.
Big fan of the movie. Probably be higher on the list of my favorite movies of his, but I do like one of his other characters more.
Okay. Let's see. Number 3 for Dale. For me, we're sticking with football theme here. I'm going to go with Paul Crewe from The Longest Yard.
Nice. It's a good movie.
It is a good movie, and it's just I don't, especially when he gets it when he tries playing with Michael Irvin or playing ball with him, and just that's how you take it like a champ, especially when he's just getting
That
every living
was
daylights kicked out of him.
that was a sweet scene. That was a very good, well made movie.
And then when he's taking some shots at the refs because they're not calling the game fairly, and no,
It's fantastic.
yeah,
Then he gives me a little wet willy at the end.
yep, I love it.
All right, my number 2. Oh god, I gotta think of it now. Oh, Longfellow Deeds.
And Mr.
That's
Deeds.
who. Yep, Mr. Deeds.
Okay.
I love that movie. I like that movie. It's not my favorite movie of his, but I really enjoy the character that he plays. Just this rich guy that kind of dumb, but naive, but good guy.
Yeah, no, I
It has the
understand.
name Longfellow.
Number 2 for me is Billy Madison.
Nice.
Yeah, you covered a lot of it earlier, but that's number 2 for me.
And I'm guessing that we both have the same number 1.
Yeah, I think so. Is it in relation to the movie that's coming out?
It is, and it is next to Tee Off. Is Lafferty Daniel and Gilmore.
Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore. I mean, just fantastic character he played there.
Especially, I mean,
His early work was so good.
it was. Well, and just, I mean, the putting style. Everybody always tries to replicate the Happy Gilmore hit. I mean,
Yeah,
you just do.
I don't. I've never seen anybody try the putt, but I should try it.
I've seen a couple people try the putt, and one person actually
Interesting. Twin Tours Golf that I've told you about before is the site that they have the mini golf putting contest. They have a putter system that is legal in golf, but like they actually use a hockey stick with a putter head on it.
Nice.
They only do it like when they're sponsored by a company, so they don't do it very often, but it's really cool looking. I kind of want to try it.
So
You can either buy a putter from them, or you can send them your putter and have them turn it into that.
Like, I wonder, the whole anchored, like the putter that Adam Scott uses? Wouldn't that technically kind of be like that, in a sense?
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, in a way, or you can modify your own putter to kind of be like that, or to make that putter like like what we were talking about with like the hockey stick, like the Happy Gilmore putting style.
That'd be cool. Maybe.
Okay, that's.
I should look. I should look up the company name, but until they start sending me putters, I'm.
He hated that Bob Barker, R.I.P. But
Yeah.
the sad thing? There's so many good characters from that movie that are no longer with us. I mean,
That's true.
Bob Barker gone. The guy who played what the heck was his name? Whatever the heckler was, I can't remember what.
Oh yeah.
Why am I drawing a blank? Donald. That's what it is. Donald. I don't know what the actual actor's name was, but
Yeah.
Mr. Larson, he's gone, and then obviously
Carl Weathers.
Yeah. So, but again, we got Shooter McGavin back, and we get Julie Bowen back. Which, up until a little bit, I did not, or a few years ago, I did not know she was in that movie. I did not put two and two. Yeah, I did not put two and two together. That was her.
She's great in Modern Family.
Yes, she is.
She was also in some episodes of Weeds.
Okay, I never watched that show at all.
It doesn't surprise me.
I think I've heard of it.
Didn't have a, yeah. Had it was a good show. First 3 seasons of that show were really good. After that, it took a pretty drastic dive off of the cliff there. But
was that show on Fox or was it on?
No, it was on Stars or.
Oh, okay, okay. That's also then probably why I didn't see it then, because we didn't have Stars. So yeah. Well, I guess we're getting near the end of this. Anything else you want to add on at all?
Um. Well, I know that fullbacks are people too. Just watch Kyle Juszczyk, and you'll see why the best teams in the NFL have fullbacks.
I mean, look at
Actually,
Miami.
Miami has one. They won. Baltimore has one.
They were
They
close.
didn't.
They were just about that much for people
Yeah.
on the camera. That close.
Yeah, they didn't. But the 49ers have one. They won.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 out of the 3 times, if you use a fullback, you're going to win.
2 out of 3 times ain't bad.
It's a pretty good record at the end of the season, honestly.
Yeah, it is. Well, except when you're in the playoffs, when you need to win 3 games. I know from prior experience. That's not good.
That was another pretty good Annie Hagar joke. Was just they have to see if Rodgers was in mid-season form, and he lost to the 49ers, so he looks like he's in postseason form.
That was pretty good. That was good.
That was great.
She does such a good job. She does.
I do want to watch her podcast. I know she's got a new one.
I haven't.
I think it's the offensive line.
I haven't, or the offensive line.
Yeah.
Or the offensive line. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever pronunciation you want.
But yeah, no, I need to listen to that. I have too many other podcasts I listen to. That's a problem. I run out of hours to listen to stuff.
I hear that.
But okay, well, thank you everybody for listening. Like, subscribe, follow,
tell your friends.
Comment. Yeah, leave comments.
Leave suggestions for top 5s.
Yes, because sometimes we're getting near the bottom of the barrel on stuff, so we need some help.
Yep.
I'm gonna be honest.
For sure.
And other than that, enjoy the week in sports. Enjoy some football.
Week 2.
Hopefully, Cody's Dolphins win.
I hope so. I hope you're Packers. I don't know if I would like to see Love out there this quickly after that, but if they're willing to see him go, that's good news.
Well, they always said he was part Favre and part Rodgers. He's more part Rodgers with his accuracy and part Favre with his gunslinger mentality. He might be part Favre with the ability to play through pain.
That Favre was invincible. It seemed.
Yeah. 298 straight starts.
Insane.
I was at the last of those 298.
Nice.
Against Buffalo, ironically enough, but
Buffalo.
And then the Metrodome roof went kaboom.
It collapsed, yeah.
3 days later. So that was a fun time. Actually, no, sorry, I was not at the last of the start, because then he started the next week against Chicago at TCF Bank State. No, I'm getting everything messed up. Because he didn't start the next week, because he was out with a concussion. Because I think they played the Giants in Detroit. It was just weird. Yeah. And then he started against the Bears and at TCF Bank Stadium, where the field was froze, and that's where he got the other concussion.
Poor guy.
And then the Packers won the Super Bowl that year, so it all ended great.
Nice.
So, okay, Cody, one more time, send us away.
Fullbacks for people too.
Thank you.
Peace.
We'll see you next week.